Hello, my name is Krista Seitz, and I volunteered at the Bethesda Mission. This is an organization that is more than just a meal or a place to sleep. It is a place where anyone in need of recovery due to a loss of job, a loss of a home, in need of health, emotional, mental, or spiritual support, or due to physical or substance abuse can find sanctuary. I will discuss the brief history of the mission, its purpose, and my experience while there. The very first mission in the Harrisburg area was originally referred to as the Harrisburg City Rescue Mission, which was founded on December 22nd, 1914. It was founded by James Barker. In 1914, Griffith Jones arrived in Harrisburg from Scranton, Pennsylvania, for the sole purpose of starting a city rescue mission. So he rented a room off North 5th Street in the back of a saloon where he planned for several months. He secured the corporation of James Barker, a feed and grain merchant who lived on Evergreen Street. And by December 22nd, 1914, the two had officially started the Harrisburg City Rescue Mission. James Barker dubbed this mission a Christian workshop and a working man's hotel, and he recruited prominent citizens from the church community to join him on the new mission board. On January 19, 1917, the mission is incorporated officially, taking the name the Bethesda Mission. The mission then moved to South 2nd Street on the square in Harrisburg. This is where they stayed until September 1st, 1934, when they moved into the Pennsylvania Railroad YMCA building at 611 Riley Street. The magnificent building stood for 3 decades in service to the railroad men and their families. The purchase of such an impressive building was only possible because of the many small gifts, several small donations, and one giant donation by a local couple, Mr. and Mrs. Forey, in the amount of $10,000. After the purchase of the building, they began to remodel to make it appropriate for mission work. There was a suite room for the superintendent, Reverend Henry Reinhardt, and his family, and a gorgeous chapel that was capable of seating over 300 people. There were also other rooms and dormitories set aside for mission work. Reverend Henry Reinhardt was the first superintendent for the mission. In 1951, Reverend Henry retired after 26 years, becoming Bethesda's longest-serving superintendent. Reverend Henry was actually a former alcoholic from Cleveland, Ohio, and became superintendent in 1925. It was at this time he abandoned his old life and he vowed to do the Lord's will. So he and his wife both devoted their lives to rescue mission work. He served as superintendent until his death in 1951. However, the mission continued to go on and continued to grow. In January of 1952, the Bethesda Mission began broadcasting live every Saturday night, which continued all through the 70s. In 1983, the mission opened its first Women and Children's Center for women and their children to also get shelter. Later, in 1990, the Bethesda opened the Youth Center in response to the significant growth in the area, and they adapted to the needs of the community. Overall, the purpose and the vision is to reach out to anybody that's in need of shelter, food, clothing, the learning of Jesus Christ, or in need of discipline. The mission will offer a warm place to sleep, which is very important during these harsh winter months, and also a warm meal. The mission inspires to equip each person that comes through their doors with the tools they will need in life. The mission will help teach people life skills such as balancing a checkbook and to just lead their lives with character and great purpose. The mission currently offers a men's mission, a women's mission, a community center, medical and dental clinics, outreach ministries, and has a mobile mission, which is a vehicle used for their street ministry. Some common items that they give out on the street missions are blankets, sleeping bags, warm clothing, food, hot coffee, water bottles, and prayer. So a little bit about my experience on what they call the soup line. I highly enjoy helping out whenever and wherever I can. I have to say I was a bit nervous about volunteering here, just because I've never volunteered in a men's shelter in the past. But once I arrived, all of my anxiety left. I was happily greeted by 6 people, ranging in all different ages. They instantly made me feel welcome. They got me situated and prompted me on what was going to happen and what I needed to do. So first we served the public. The public is anybody off of the street that just wants to come into the warmth and enjoy a meal with some coffee and dessert. After the public finishes their meals and leaves, we quickly cleaned up, as it was time for the men who lived in the mission to come down and eat next. So some of the men made me feel a little uncomfortable, I'm not going to lie, but most of them were just thankful for us being there and for taking our time to serve them. And those were the men that really made me realize just how important organizations like Bethesda are. I was also stunned at the amount of food that was available. I mean, racks upon racks of chicken, pork and sauerkraut, corn, baked potatoes, salad, cookies, muffins, cupcakes, juice, milk, coffee, water. The list goes on. Everyone was even allowed seconds, and many of the men from the public would come up and get their seconds and then go back to the table and put them in a little Tupperware container so they could enjoy that meal later. But not only did the mission supply these men with food, but also with a warm place to gather, to get out of the cold for a bit. Lately, we've had some pretty low temperatures, and for some of these men, just having a warm place to hang out and to have a hot cup of coffee for a bit means the world. Most of the men were also really chatty and just wanted to talk. So this also gives them the chance to socialize and to share a laugh or two over a warm meal. The mission also provides tons of events that anybody can attend, almost all of which are free events. At the end of this month, March 21st, 2019, is the Pillars Gratitude event. This is an event to thank the specific donors that support Bethesda Mission monthly. And in May of 2019, they will be hosting the Highmark Walk for a Healthy Community. This is where people walk around HAC's campus in support of the life-changing programs offered here at Bethesda. Also in May of 2019, the mission is teaming up with the Harrisburg Senators to raise money and to bring awareness to homelessness in Harrisburg. Every month they have a different event, making this organization highly involved in its community. What the Bethesda Mission is doing to help our community is astonishing to me, and I am thankful that they receive enough money to continue to do what they are doing, and I know I'll continue to volunteer here. With over 300 churches sponsoring them, they have truly helped many of the homeless and poor in the area for over 100 years now. And I believe that the mission is a great organization to be associated with. It has a great reputation, it has a close relationship with its community, and it sets goals and it achieves them. Over the 100 years that Bethesda has been inspiring the community, they have continued to grow, continued to get things done, and they also continue to adapt to what the community needs from them. Thank you very much. My name is Krista Seitz, and my organization was the Bethesda Mission.